everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Honest Conversations with my teenagers. And today I have Auntie Mimi again. I think we should clap for her, Abby. Anyways, so we're going to be learning, we're going to be sharing, and let's meet. So as we get to talk, make sure you drop, your comments on the comments section. Ask any questions you would love to ask. So we'll attend to those comments one after the other. All right, so just to brief you before we start talking, there are certain mistakes that teenagers get to make. Some adults have already made those mistakes. So we want to see how to help these teenagers in this generation so that they can avoid some of those mistakes and live the life they're supposed to live. So Auntie Mimi, you already agree with me that there are mistakes, right?
Yeah, of course.
The way I'm seeing this, your book is like it's really plenty. So can you start shooting? What are those mistakes? And
okay, first off, I would say because we are humans, we're actually bound to make mistakes. So it shouldn't be okay. So that I won't make mistakes. You know, be
rigid.
Yeah, I'll be very rigid. So but there are some mistakes that if you make them as a teenager, you may have to pay for them in the next 10 to 20 years of your life. And I'm very sure you wouldn't want that. So I feel like the first mistakes most teenagers make is when it comes to the matter of spirituality.
Okay.
So let's believe I'm talking to Christians. Okay, you're from a Christian home or you're going to church. So most teenagers actually, especially those from Christian homes, they actually believe that there's still time.
Yeah.
Like there's still time. So
yeah.
I mean, why should I have to commit? I'm just 15. I'm just 16.
Yeah.
Why do I have to commit? I'll start committing my life from now till when I die to Jesus. It's not too much for one man.
Yeah, and some of them feel that it's actually boring.
Yeah, I was actually coming to that. So they actually have this mindset. Okay, if I'm a Christian, that means I'll not enjoy life. I don't even know what is
enjoyment.
That's the truth, because your definition of enjoyment might really not be enjoyment. So they believe, okay, if I give my life to Jesus, He will not make me wear long skirts. He will not make me wear, big clothes.
And those are just ideas, because Christianity actually is not about the long skirts.
God is.
You can flex. You can stay in God, and you're living a beautiful life.
You're dressing. Look at me now, very
swagalicious.
So yeah, that's the thing. So the first mistake they do is that they make is that they are so comfortable just going to church.
Yeah.
So they are comfortable. Okay, Jesus, at least I'm going to church. At least I'm honoring the Sabbath day. I'm giving it to you. So they do not give other rooms in their hearts to Jesus
to build their personal work. Let me cut you a little. Okay. Some teenagers, this morning devotion gang thing, where they are praying that 5:30, well, depending on the time that is their morning devotion, 5:30 should not come or 6 o'clock, so that daddy will not start maybe singing in the parlor, so I come out. They find it very boring. Left for them. Some of them just want to leave the house and go to the hostel, so that when I wake up, I bath, I brush, and go my way.
So I feel like you actually need to realize that even as a teenager, you can have intimacy with the Holy Spirit, and it's so beautiful because your intimacy, the Holy Spirit can tell you things that will happen in the next 10 years of your life.
Beautiful.
They don't realize that. They feel that they have this mindset that Jesus is, or God is that old man that has white hair. Very serious.
Yeah.
We tell God, I'm struggling with this thing. Then no, do you understand? So they forget to know that Jesus can actually reveal to you deep things about yourself.
Auntie Mimi, before you cut in, I feel we should stay on this. I know you have a long list.
Yes,
I know you have a long list, and we can break this video to different sessions. I think we should still really dwell on this, because when it comes to spirituality, some teenagers don't understand that this thing is for my good. If I'm staying with God and God is omnipotent and omnipresent and knows all things, He can direct my path. I can actually live a directed life.
Omega. So before you started anything in life, Jesus already saw the
and it's of your advantage to take up responsibility, to know God for yourself,
exactly,
so that you can move on.
What's beautiful? I mean, just imagine that you are friends with somebody that knows the end of your life.
Awesome.
That knows, okay, in the next 10 years, this is where Miracle will be. This is where Angela will be. This is where Victoria will be.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't just know it. He's actually very ready to teach you and
how to
guide
step
you
by step
every part of your life.
Yeah.
I feel teenagers do not realize. I was talking to somebody today. I'm like, the best decision I've ever made for my, in fact, in my entire life, that I will pass to my children, to my children's children, is coming to know Jesus.
Okay, Auntie Miracle. So before you move to the next mistake, I would like us to say this. Think of your life as a mountain. This high hill, a long mountain, and you have to get to the top of it. Think of God as a path where you have to put your legs, you understand?
And it actually makes it easier.
Yeah. So when you have a personal relationship with God, God is like your coach telling you, okay, put your legs here, put your other feet here, move to this other direction, and that's how you get to your life. It is you taking responsibility.
For talk about the mistake. So for me, the second mistake is most teenagers make a mistake is committing into a serious relationship in quotes when they don't even know what love is. They don't know what relationship. They don't even know. They've not come to know themselves. Yeah. They've not even come to know the other person. And most teenagers make this mistake because I'm close to you. Let's say you're a guy. I'm close to you, and then somehow butterflies somehow is in my tummy. I should, and then I take that for love. Yeah. And then I build a relationship on that.
And I feel it's a natural response to just since I'm feeling this, let's move into a relationship.
So they don't even know what is a relationship.
Romantic relationship, because I think we need to emphasize
romantic. So you ask a teenager, I have a boyfriend, okay. You have a boyfriend. Do you love him? Well, yeah. So what's the aim of your relationship? Where is this relationship leading to? Or why are you even in a relationship? I like him.
Yeah, I like him. I like him. He's cute.
He likes me. He knows how to dress. He's tall. He's fair. By the way, I'm into tall guys as well. But that's not.
He's a tall guy. I heard that one. Okay.
I did not say that, by the way. So yeah, they think that he's tall, and then for some reason they think the guy understands him.
Yeah.
Understands her.
Then, yeah.
So they're like, let's see how it goes. And then to add to that particular mistake is indulging in sex.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they don't really know what love is. So a guy, and for the ladies now, they might actually be in a relationship with a guy that is way older, let's say 2 years, and more exposed. So the guy is like,
don't worry.
If you love me,
sleep with me.
I will marry you. This will be I will marry you. And so they're like, I want to marry this boy. And by the way, you don't build your life on somebody I just met the person, like, you're already building your future, you're already seeing children, grandchildren. Imagine that when you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast on bed. Wake up! Breakfast will be served.
So I think the guys also make that mistake. They feel like when they get to a particular stage, say 17, they feel weird not having a girlfriend. And because some of their friends maybe have these relationships, they're always talking about their girlfriends when they hang around. So they feel like, I should also have someone to talk about with my fellow guys. Yeah. So they go after chasing a lady.
And to even think that most of them can't even manage the wahala that may come with a relationship.
The emotions and all.
Just so you know, it's not a crime that you like somebody. But before you go into,
or you think you're in love with someone,
before you go into that relationship, ask yourself, am I ready? Am I responsible enough? What is a relationship? If it's possible, reach out to somebody older and talk to the person. And I don't know if I've been able to do justice to that.
Do I have the capacity to grow a healthy relationship?
In fact, what is a relationship to me? So I don't think I've been able to do justice.
Yeah, you have.
So I think the third mistake on my list here. It's a pretty long one.
Yeah.
It's,
Honorable list.
a lot of teenagers think their parents are old school.
Do you used to think? Wait, honest question.
Oh, I used to.
You used to think that your dad is also
Sometimes I used to
like.
feel like he doesn't understand me. He's asking me to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm a young girl. I'm not your generation. Can you
Aww, computer generation.
So I feel like, so because of that, what most teenagers do is that when they do not listen,
And they bench the opinions of their fathers because they feel like you don't know what's up.
you don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's going on.
You don't know.
I'm more informed than you.
Or some of them, maybe when they are with their friends, they see their parents, they choose to purposefully disrespect them in front of their parents. Reasons so that they go see and say,
I'm growing up. I'm a big one.
Yeah,
my
so
parents respect me.
You know, that's, I mean, for me, that's not being a big boy. It's not being a big girl. That's
Yeah.
just you being
Rude,
disrespectful. And trust me, there is a penalty for that. Yeah. So I think the next mistake on this list is that most teenagers, they just go with the flow, with the trend. Negative ones. So you see, maybe there's a top that just came out and then it cuts here. Every girl on the street wants to wear that. Every teenager. Or iPhone that is raining every now and then. You know, iPhone 13, iPhone whatever.
100.
You know you can't afford that, but you want to get it.
And you're putting yourself under unnecessary pressure to get it.
Or this, like my friend once said, Esther, that our friends will be doing studio picture things.
Okay. You just want to
We want to do studio picture.
follow it.
Guy,
Just be on the
really
know,
do
on the
not.
point.
So they just want to. A particular bag is raining. You can't afford the bag. You want to get it. How do you want to get it? You are not. You are not. Your environment is not supposed to influence you so much to push you to do things against your own will, especially when they are negative.
Exactly.
So you have to. When you mess up, it's still the same environment that will blame you.
And the truth about this thing is, when you make mistakes, the consequences come directly to you. You are the first partaker. So you go to steal someone's money because you want to buy a trending jean or a trending handbag. When they catch, you are the person they are catching.
They are the ones that will join and put that on your head.
And the persons that you want to compete with, they are the ones that, like you said, they will join you.
Yeah.
And deal with you mercilessly. May that not be our portion.
It will not be your portion. So the next mistake on my list.
Yeah.
This one is a big wahala because I think even most adults are still struggling with it. Is most teenagers do not see a need to read books. And Esther,
Seriously.
honestly, they feel that okay, if it's not a school book, and the kind of school book itself, we all know most of us are shy reading to pass.
Yeah.
But
Cramming and pouring.
aside that, there's so many things you need to build. There is. It's a beautiful thing when you engage in a conversation with a teenager, because whatever you garbage in,
Garbage out.
So you will not be able to tell me things, meaningful things.
Like your intention has changed.
Meaningful things when
You're not stuck right there.
exactly.
And to when we say reading, you know, it's a little bit vast.
I
Some
know.
just feel like, oh, I spend all night reading my biology or reading my mathematics just so I pass.
Or maybe books on them, all the story books on
Romantic novels or whatever novels it is.
that's not it.
But really, are you adding any value to your life
I think
from people's experience?
yeah.
Because books are people's experiences.
Exactly.
So someone maybe lives 70 years. 70-year-old man writes a book. You know, he's combining the experiences he has had for like 70 years. And you have the privilege to sit down for like 1 hour or 2 hours to benefit from all those experiences.
And trust me, don't try to. I think the second mistake they do when it comes to reading books is that they don't complete this book. They want to get this one, want to get this one. Complete. I think the first time I read a book was why you asked me what you do.
Tilaye.
Yeah, that was about temperaments.
Yeah.
And that book actually helped me understand myself.
Yeah.
I was able to know, okay, this is miracle. Okay, this is why small thing do me, I want to cry. Small thing do me, I want to. So I was actually, I didn't blame myself too much when I was being too sensitive.
Yeah.
So you should read books that help you grow, that help you realize, oh, there's so many, God has blessed us with so many smart people.
Yeah.
You come to Nigeria, you come to Bishop David. There's
a whole lot.
A whole lot
across the world.
Is it about finance? Is it about relationship?
And something about books that I learned is that it bridges gap of distance.
Yeah.
So someone can be in wherever, Los Angeles, wherever around the world, and write.
Yeah.
And maybe someone probably may not have had the opportunity to sit down one-on-one.
Or maybe by the time you grow up to actually meet, maybe means of exposure to meet that person, maybe the person has died.
But you have the privilege to sit down and learn from the person. It's such a huge honor.
I mean, people still
read
books of Kenneth
Hagin, a whole lot.
I think and he has really blessed my life from his book.
And it's really practical. I would read a book that was written some 5 years ago, and I'm like, also this didn't happen in that generation.
Honestly.
And it helps you and gives you the wisdom to navigate the times. So reading books, we can't overemphasize the importance of you taking up responsibility as a teenager, not to neglect reading. You're like, reading is, I don't know.
And it's not just, please don't limit yourself to reading just storybooks. Don't limit yourself to reading just that biology book or math or English or physics or chemistry. Yeah. Read motivational books, inspirational. Read books
that will grow you, books that will add value.
15, you can read a book on marriage. You can read a book. It will even help you. I've read books on relationship. It will help you by the time you want to enter the relationship. Gone. There are some mistakes to be able to avoid. Okay, I don't know if I've been able to do justice.
Very well.
I think the next.
How many do you have on your list? 100. I told you guys.
But I think I'll do just
one more.
Okay, let me do one more. I don't know which one should I pick. Timbo, not loving yourself.
Oh, that's a huge mistake.
I have others, but that one just because I feel I had that particular issue. I had it. You are beautiful. Let's just start with that. God took his time to make you.
To create you.
You are sweet.
Sweet.
You know the beautiful thing about God? He made everyone unique.
Yeah.
So even with that flaw,
that thing you think is a flaw,
it's somebody else's.
What's up, you?
Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. First off, I wanted to remind you, it's not something. When the people were telling me this, I could tell yourself you're beautiful. I said, I've heard you. I not do it. But take it from me. You are beautiful.
Yeah.
And there is no one in this world that is like you.
Yeah.
They may look like you, they may talk like you, but trust me, nobody.
Yeah.
Go anywhere, America or
like you.
Anywhere.
Even if you are a twin,
nobody is as unique
as you are
and as amazing as you are. So you are beautiful. You are made after the image. Do you know how fine God is? Image and the likeness of the I am that I am.
I know the sad thing about not loving yourself is that you will not be able to value yourself.
Exactly.
Because you do not value what you don't love.
And then,
so when you treat yourself bad, you put yourself in the place of pity.
Yeah.
It makes people maltreat you because you've not truly valued yourself. I know the teenagers are actually going through this.
And there are a lot of people just talk down on you and they treat you like you matter in this world.
Yeah.
This world will not be better if you were. Trust me.
So Auntie Miracle, I think I'm going to invite you again to give us the other list, the other goodies in your list. But for now, if you have any comments, anything you want to, you want us to add, what mistakes do you think you're making and how do you avoid it as a teenager? Please put it in the comment section and give us the like.